Donald Trump showed off what could be dementia this week in a post on Truth Social, where he managed to somehow get every single fact about what he was talking about completely wrong. Now, before I tell you what he said on Truth Social, let me give you a little bit of backstory to set things up. As we all know, Donald Trump has been on a crusade against some of these corporate big law firms that either represented people he doesn't like, or they've hired people he doesn't like, or they've had to sue him in the past on behalf of their clients. So he has issued executive orders directing the DOJ to go after them for doing DEI. He has revoked their security clearances, which means, of course, they can't represent high-profile people in the government who have security clearances, basically kneecapping their ability to be these big Washington law firms like they have been. But he has singled them out in these executive orders because he doesn't like them. This is political vengeance, going after his enemies. A lot of these law firms, I think so far about 8 of them, have actually capitulated to Donald Trump, offered to do more than $100 million of pro bono work on behalf of right-wing firms. So they're saying, oh, please, don't target us. Don't investigate us. We'll give all the conservative groups out there free legal representation to, help destroy the country. One law firm hasn't. In fact, one law firm is still so pissed off that they have actually filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration over his restrictive and, of course, targeted executive order. That is the law firm of Perkins Coie. Now, they're suing him, and there were some developments on that case this week, and those developments are what pissed off Donald Trump. So Donald Trump does what he always does, and he gets on Truth Social, and as I started off saying, showed that he may very well have dementia right now. Because this is what Donald Trump said about the law firm that's suing him. That's important. Here's what he said. I'm suing the law firm of Perkins Coie for their egregious and unlawful acts, in particular the conduct of a specific member of this firm, only to find out that the judge assigned to this case is Beryl Howell, an Obama appointment and a highly biased and unfair disaster. She ruled against me in the past in a shocking display of sick judicial temperament on a case that ended up working out very well for me on appeal. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Like, just straight up, no, it didn't. Her ruling was so pathologically bad that it became the talk of the town. I could have 100% perfect case, and she would angrily rule against me. It's called Trump derangement syndrome, and she's got a bad case of it. To put it nicely, Beryl Howell is an unmitigated train wreck. No justice! Now, aside from his completely false attacks on Judge Howell, he started off by saying, I'm suing the law firm of Perkins Coie. No, you're not. They're suing you. And yes, the case of them suing you has ended up in front of Judge Beryl Howell. But you're not suing them. This man, the President of the United States, couldn't remember who is suing who in this situation. It's crazy pants. And it gets even crazier when you consider this. Trump did sue Perkins Coie, along with Hillary Clinton and all those other people. You remember that? That was the case that was handled by Judge Middlebrooks down here in Florida that was so egregious that he not only dismissed it with prejudice, meaning you cannot refile this, but the case was so bad that he sanctioned Alina Habba and Donald Trump almost $1 million and said this in his ruling. Should never have been filed, which was completely frivolous, both factually and legally, and which was brought in bad faith for an improper purpose. So Middlebrooks just beat the hell out of Trump and Alina Habba, made them pay almost $1 million in sanctions. But that was a couple years ago. Like years ago, that Perkins Coie was included in that massive lawsuit. So here we are years later, they're suing him, and he gets on Truth Social and says, I'm suing them. He's getting his days, his times, his years mixed up. He's getting important cases jumbled together and mixed up, which anybody that has dealt with a family member, friend, or been a caretaker for somebody who is suffering from dementia, that is absolutely something that they do on a regular basis for a lot of them. That's dementia. Now, I am not a mental health professional. I am not a doctor. I'm not offering a diagnosis. I am just telling you based on my personal experience, and of course, based on what mental health professionals have suggested over the last few years, there is something deeply wrong neurologically with this man's brain. This post is Exhibit A. What he did here is not only not normal, it is indicative of a severe mental impairment that should immediately prohibit him from continuing on with his term as president. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.